afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audire Astra for another Honkai Impact stream. Hello, Wraith. Hello, Cole. Glad to see you all here today. Does she, though, Wraith, to explain what Cole forgot his water bottle today, so he asked me to spit in his mouth. I'm like, ew. So yes, your instinct is correct, Wraith. He's full of shit. I see everyone else has the same reaction. Hi Ghost, hi Atanashi, good to see you here today. Cole will never beat the accusations. Anyways, we are here for Honkai Impact. I'm going to actually do my Memorial Arenas runs for the day before we proceed with the story though. So without any further ado, let's get going. Let me just check to see if the audio is working. Yes, it seems to be working. Okay, good. At least you're honest? Honesty is not always a virtue. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, we're gonna do this weekly stuff and then we're gonna continue with the storyline of our... Honestly, not too sure what was going on last stream anyway, so I don't even know. Should I even try... Should I really even try to summarize what happened on stream last time? Watching you play Mihoyo games have become some of my more favorite streams. Is there any particular reason for that? I may have forgot how to do this boss correctly. Yeah, the story felt like more bullying Cole streams or your pick. Oh, good luck for you, Ghost, but that is every stream. Okay, so I'm supposed to dodge attacks with the right hand, which is my left, and then deflect attack while he's attacking with his right hand, which is okay. I hate this part. It's really the timing is pretty difficult. Don't bully too much, he likes it. He does. Okay. I am not doing good at this. You know, it's always fun when she's a bully. I think Tommy would disagree with you there, but I understand. Everyone has their own kicks. Oh my god, I hate this. The timing is so hard to get right, Jesus Christ. She's got great sass. Yes, if there's one thing I can be proud of, it is my sass. I'm gonna try this with a different character. That is... okay. I don't know if that was any better. You don't know if it's a kink, TBH? Look, Cole, if you enjoy it, anything can be a kink. Okay, that... oh my god, the timing is so hard on this. FYI, this is what endgame content in this game looks like. This is endgame content. If you want to complain about having to restart a lot in like Spiral Abyss or Simulated Universe, witness this. Is watching your streams a kingpin? It can be. Theoretically. I'm not going to tell you whether or not it is. It's all smack. Specifically, it's mess up one thing in this extremely difficult to execute series of inputs with extremely precise timing and have to restart because you done fucked up and now your score is going to be ruined. Oh, hi Corpzilla. You came from an alien space station. Don't question why others. I came from an alien space station, so of course I'm not. That's just normal, right? Y'all don't hang around in alien space stations all the time? I'm not a space station, Cole. I can move. I know the Death Star can move and it's also called the station, but which is why I think it's more of a ship. Okay, I finally did it. Now we can actually do the rest of the fight. Okay. Okay. I think I did that wrong. I don't think it'll matter too much, but I definitely could have done. Yeah, I could have done that differently. Did I turn up the in-game volume a bit? I will do so after this fight. You forgot she paints with Tommy, she paints with the primary colors. Just red, yellow, and blue. Those are just the primary colors of pigment. What are you on about? Anyways, Honkai Impact audio, I will turn that up a bit. There, should be louder now. But it's kind of a pinkish red and a lighter blue. That's just because of the glow. Let's see, how'd I do? Hey, not bad. I'm tied with the top 100, so that's not bad. All right. Time to keep going with the story. Touch the anchor of the apocalypse. I've been seeing that message telling me to touch the anchor of the apocalypse for like the past week and a half since the last Honkai Impact stream, so we're finally going to touch the anchor of the apocalypse. Touch the anchor. Do it now. Quantum Quack? What are you talking about, Tommy? Six out of 10 doesn't rhyme. Touch the anchor. Do it forever. The one on the leaderboard was named Quantum Quack. Oh, there's lots of crazy names out here.
既然如此，能拜托你把那边的装置修好吗？首先，比起拜托，这是不是更像威胁？
It sounds more like a threat to me.
哦，好，快点帮我把通路修好，不然我就砸下去了。很抱歉，我做不到。即使是无所不能的工具，也要受限于它的应用范畴。
Still doesn't rhyme. Anchor and forever? It rhymes.
那个通路
So it like half rhymes.
并非狼丘的造物。唉，和你说话真费劲。
Where did it go? It just exploded. They got the same weapon appearing technology that everybody else in every MiHoYo game does.
是没有任何反应啊。这也是理所当然。曾经唯一一个有资格离开的
Lady with giant thing versus tiny sphere. Well, to be fair, the lady is also very small.
而唯一一群有能力离开的人，又亲手毁掉了离开的方法。如果你还愿意听听我
You
的建
hate
议，
nanotech. Why do you hate nanotech?
现在
Of all the things to hate, why nanotech?
又来了吗？还是和之前一样啊，虽然弱小，却很难缠。
How's the audio now, Tommy? By the way. In movies, you should specify. I mean, other than like the MCU, which movies have been relying on nanotech to like hide the protagonist's equipment when they're not in use? Like, that seems like a very MCU specific problem, Cole.
那片游弋着星辰的天海，影子原本就和他们势同水火，而又此消彼长。不过，这次我想要的
This voice actor feels familiar.
因此帮你消灭怪物，
Which
在价值层
character
面
is
并不公
this?
平。下不为
Like
例。
maybe it's Rita?
那为什么你之前不这样做？既然你有这种能力，应该不至于被我威胁才对。被威胁
I'm
一
sure
下
it will
也
spread.
不会有什么损失吧？
Eh?
相对而言，行动
I
都有代
I
价。
don't see who else is
如
going
果
to
不
be
能确
aping
保有
that
所收获，
other than the
我还是更
MCU.
乐意什么也不做。
I don't really see any other
那如果我真的用
franchises
锤子
doing
砸
like
你呢？
these super high tech
如果长见识的代价只是被砸两下，
sci-fi
无所谓。
weaponry in the near future. There's nothing on the horizon like that.
舍弃唯一的求生机会，
There
却也
is
要
a
执意
problem
做
with
些
Western
显而易
directors
见
not
的
knowing how
事
to show expression with masked characters.
这种人
No, he has
想
to take
见
his
一次
helmet
可
off
不
his
容
horse so
易
you can see his expressions. Well, see, Tommy, that's the excuse. You don't mistake the excuses that these people give for the actual reasons. The actual reasons is that they're paying this actor all this money. If they don't show his face, what is the reason for getting the famous actor? That's because that Hollywood, Western directors believe people come to see the actors, and so they want to show off the
还是
actors.
正式进行一下自我介绍吧。虽然有些拗口，但你可以称呼我为雪。倒不是我
Because
在
they,
谋求合作时自
it's
夸
not it's not true anymore, but like back in the old days, like it was they call it star power. People showed up to see the movie stars.
这好像
Nowadays, people just to show up to see a good movie. But the mindset is still there. where they want to
你还真
show
是
off
呢
the actors.
按照你的理论，向你进行其他追问，
That's
不也
just
意
to
味着
select
需要
cameras.
另外掏钱
Yeah,
吗？
exactly. You want to hire, Chris Pratt instead of
明智的见解。
trained, experienced voice actors.
毕竟作为工具，我能为你做到的事情实在是太多了一点。对于不知雁足的人来说，这反倒
Good
太过
movies
危
got
险。
rare at AF.
不过，
I mean, Dune 2 is
你
pretty
大可不
good.
必如此警惕。
I
评
also
价
really
交
liked
换并非
Oppenheimer.
我的风格，而是我的
And
技
it's,
能。
it's kind of just mind-blowing that
即使你身上真的有利可图，
so many
如果
people
我不能
turned
像
up
给
to
予你一些
watch
什么，促成一
a
场交易，
historical drama.
那我同样也没有
Basically,
能力从你身上拿
historical
走任
dramas
何
do not
东西。
normally do well with
所以你到底
general
要怎么帮我修
audiences.
好那个大毛？别那么心急呀、即使我此刻的确是这狼
Me
丘之内
demanding a
的至高
refund
大
for
脑，
Cars 3.
也任何目的的达成。
Someone actually
反而
watched
能各种
Cars
多样
3?
嘛。比如，
What even happens in Cars 3? I know Cars 2 is the one where like
我完全
Tow
知晓
Mater
狼
becomes
丘
a
得以存
spy
续的关键，
and there's like this
因此，
weird
在
ass
我的引导下，
conspiracy where like
你完全有能力
an
凭一
oil
己之力
company
毁
goes
灭眼
green
前
and
的世界。
sabotages his green business to sell oil because
那
that
么
makes
也就
sense
自然能够
somehow.
再次投身入海。
But like I never see anyone talk about Cars 3.
好啊，那我
Problem
们现
is
在就
you're a
去。
good voice actor that people won't appear to recognize you as much.
没关系，那我们
You shouldn't need to. As long as the people who are casting the movies recognize you, that's all that should matter.
哎
Celebrity worship
现
is
在你应该
bad,
明白了
okay?
吧？随意开玩笑对于我们的交谈没什么帮助。很好，看来总是和松雀待在一起，让我对人类的多
Like
样性失
actors,
去了
we
必
should
要的
just
敏
treat
感。
actors like people playing a role. They don't have to be like worshipped. You don't have to care
首
what they're
先，
doing
我
with
必须
their
说明一点，
lives outside
你
of
那
their
些朋友的去
jobs.
向，我并不知情。
And just because they're in a
毕竟
movie
在
doesn't mean
狼
that
丘，
movie's gonna be good.
通路从未像刚才那样被启动过。至于我自
It's
己，
kind of a retool of the
作为一
first
名
movie's
工具，
general
也
concept.
并没有被分配到与之相关的技能。
So they just remade the same movie with
当
slightly
然，
different characters?
工具与工具也存在分别。一位园丁的工具，无论如何都只能用来修剪枝叶，而一位铁匠的工具，却足以成为一场战争的动乱之源。而我，属于造物之人的工具。
I'm a tool of the creator, hence my capability should know no
就像那
bounds.
些曾以树为名行于世上，
Well,
并将人间毁去，使之就此
let
分
me
为
go
天堂
back.
与地狱的人。
Did I miss anything important? I was talking about celebrities. I don't think
先不
so.
追究你说的天堂与全能之神能否创造出他无法举起的石头，难道你们是想现场表演一下这个悖论吗？
Can God create a stone so heavy even he himself can't lift
这倒
it?
是很容易理解吧。作为造物之人的工具，我的无所不能，
My
终究要用于规
omnipotence
则
is
之
constrained
中。
by rules. Well, it's not
而
much,
以树
not
为
very
名的几
omnipotent
位
in then.
却是他们能够创造出这样一种规则。在这个世界上，我所创造的所有我无法举起来的石头，都是我可以
In
举起来
this
的石
world,
头。
all the stones created by me but I cannot lift are in fact stones I may lift. Oh boy, hitting them with that logical
文
paradox.
字游戏。
McQueen has a crash like Doc in the first movie did and ends up apprenticing a new race car and something about how newer faster cars have been made and he can't keep up as much anymore. So it's just nostalgia of the movie?
总之，在你看来，想要启动那边的装置，也就只有求助于你说的那些树。不过，你真的有必要把花绕这么大一圈吗？
Okay, game. Just because you're pointing out how circular and pointless the dialogue is does not make it okay. Do better, do better,
在合理
writers.
的范围内，我会一字不
Do
差地
better.
达成你的要求。但也正因为一字不差，在向我提出要求的时候，也请务必小心谨慎，以免在看到结果的时候才开始
He
后悔
trained, but
自己
eventually he
当初
just gave
描
his
述
trainer
不够
his spot so
清晰。
she could live her dream of racing.
如你所见， 我唯一的使用者不知所踪，总要有人代替他履行职责。但让任何一位树从
How are new cars being? Is someone? I mean, clearly someone's designing new cars.
不，事情很单纯。我不知道在你
I
的
mean,
来
cars
处
don't just
是否也有关于造物
appear
者
out
的
of thin
传说。
air. I assume they are being made
如
in
果你选择
factories in
去
the
寻
Cars
找他
universe.
们，最终，你绝不会认为自己行为高尚，而只会认为自己不可饶恕。那很好，因为我既不高尚，也不需要饶恕。我并不在乎你的文字游戏，也不在乎你背后的目的。
See, Coraline here, she knows how to cut through the BS.
很好，
I wish they would just stop giving us the BS.
就这样而已吗？如果你想签订契约，倒也不用那么麻烦。要不
Yes.
你先叫我一声主人。
This is how I would like to introduce myself to people.
好了，也不用这么当真。现在可以确定，你的确没有什么幽默细胞。
I mean it seriously though.
而且现在玩这个也没意思，等以后有外人的时候再让你这么称呼我。出发吧，这需要你说出你想要做的事。那就基于我对人工智能那微妙的不信任，比起过度你和我的
Given my subtle mistrust of artificial intelligence.
还真是奇怪的需求，不过也好。 熟悉呢，如你所愿。
What do cars eat and how do they waste? I mean, they eat gas and they waste out from the exhaust pipe.
这里和我们要去做的事
I
情
assume just like real cars. They talk about like drinking oil all the time, don't they?
总归还是越详细越好。
Even bugs and animals in the car universe are cars.
往往也会让你事与愿违。
Are they?
比起一些
I don't actually remember that.
危险的谬误，眼前的情况至少没有危及性命。可我为什么最应该来这里？因为事实上，
Yeah, she rejects Bing's AI. That reminds me, Google Chrome was like giving me an ad recently. Or not really an ad, but like talking about, oh, try the new AI features. Like Google Chrome's AI can help you write, sort things, and sort your tabs and whatever third thing. And I was just like, why would I need help with any of that? Why would I need help with sorting my tabs? I'm not Rushi. I don't have thousands of tabs.
你的需求，那么当然可。比如，你可以利用这场谬误，正确的补充养分。而在是关于你说的那种数。
I don't have enough tabs open to need an AI to help sort them.
倒也没错，在叫醒他们之前，那些人也的确需要用另一种方式补充养分。不。
Just don't think how he had to use his cousin's leftover body parts. I mean, that's just like getting hand-me-downs from your cousin, right? From your family. Like that's how like poor families roll, don't they?
回来？哦，这里就是你的家乡吗？
这里就是地处欧夏市中心的安和大厦，是一处复合型商圈。
哇哦，这看上去可比琥珀街强100倍，是吗？我倒是感觉两边都挺好玩的。
It certainly feels a lot less apocalyptic.
把学生宿舍放在商圈里的事情吗？克拉丽，
Oops,
糟了，
she
他
just
难道没跟上我
got
们？
left
不
behind.
行不行，那可得赶紧回去一趟。
I'm just realizing now this crack is not like part of her outfit. That's part of her skin, and you can only see it here because that part of her outfit's translucent. Roasting Rushi when she can't even be here.
什么反应？
That's how we roll.
刚才不就是这样，还有这样？
Look, as long as chat understands the reference, I am happy to keep roasting whoever.
果然，之前只是碰运气呢。
这下麻烦了。
I mean, we just went from one bubble universe to another. We are no close to getting out of here into the real world. And who this? Who this? This is a new character.
我能理解转瞬即逝的不甘，但根据根源物质管理条例第22条，未知的数据之海
Maybe the
浮现
eyes aren't the same. No, the eyes are definitely not the same. She has very. Senadia has very special eyes.
陈学姐，你还是别拿陌生人开玩笑吧。他们怎么知道根源物质管理条例根本没有第22条嘛？
你干嘛一下就揭穿我嘛？真没意思。
It's kind of interesting how everyone in this. They come from 3 different universes and they all have the exact same style of outfit. That's very
目前
convenient,
在数
huh?
据研究所工作，大家叫我陈雪就可以了。
You see a mouse flying around the screen?
原来如此。
Yeah, huh? Yeah, I
各位
have
在
a
数据之
mouse.
海的深处相遇，之后流落到了一个叫廊丘的地方。
I am
结识
playing
了
this
这位松雀小姐。
Actually, wait.
又
I
在
don't
谢
have
娜
to
同学
put.
的帮助下，
Well, see,
机缘
let me
巧合
put it
的
this way.
回到
I
了这
play
神秘的
Honkai
家乡。
Impact simultaneously with a mouse and a controller. The actual gameplay I use a controller for, but most of the menu navigation I stick to using my mouse.
怎么你也开始用这个名字称呼我了？
因为这个名字很酷嘛。
The unification of character design spreads across the multiverse. I mean, this is at the very least this is a very distinct style from like Genshin.
虽说还不
Like
知道梦中的
Genshin
美工是什么
and
情况，
Star Rail
但
and
通过了它，
Honkai
我们才
Impact
能拥有
have
新之海这样的
distinct
力量。
character designs
所谓数据之海
or
还真是个神
philosophies
奇的地
rather.
方，不仅能让我们和外星人相遇，甚至还能看到姐姐你给寻梦者打电话的样子。
My new mouse seems to have given me the issue of suddenly jerking across the screen almost like a muscle twitch.
哦，
Have you
那好像也不能
disabled
叫做打
mouse
电话。
acceleration?
总之，寻梦者的通信器之前的确接到了这边的信号啊。复现情节，活跃的末日之矛，
So I have to wonder if she's gonna be like another support character
会和
in
历
the
史上的那
future.
件事有关吗？
So she's not a playable character. I don't think her design doesn't feel like detailed enough to be a playable character,
究竟谁是主理？
which means she could either be a support character, an astral op as they call them now, or she could also be a villain. That's the third possibility. If you have to see unique character models, they are one of those 3. They're either playable characters, support characters, enemies.
没关系，只是稍稍思考了一下。
Ever seeing art someone made of rescuing Origin of a Drill in a different, simpler, more Western style?
之
It
前
didn't
一
look
直
like
没
the
有怎
same
么说话
character.
的那位，你是叫松雀小姐吧？
Yeah, I'm going to just say that
看到
I
这个自由发展了
don't
100年的世
generally
界，
prefer the
感想如
Western
何？
cartoon styles.
专门问我吗？那当然了，
However, the shape of the mouse makes you jerk against. Okay, so you're actually like physically jerking it? That's just a skill issue.
哦，看来其他人还没有意识到啊。那把这件事当做一个悬念，按下不表，倒也不好。言归正传，
Same?
虽说赫利亚
What？
小姐此刻一定很担心自己同伴的安危，
Same?
但依我之见，你只要在这末日之矛附
Oh,
近耐心
same.
等待片刻，关于他的消息或许就会自己送上门来。虽然我的确不够了解这边世界的情况，但你的意思是，我们现在什么也做不了吗？你可以这么理解，归根结底。哟，比我想
Also
象
kind
中
of
还要宽不
realizing
少啊。
this girl's top is kind of loose, but like below the waist, it's like skin tight sci-fi bodysuit going on. That's an interesting combination.
克拉丽，是你吗？克拉丽，
笨蛋，你在火星上还能认识几个克拉丽？还是说，好久不见？
哦，我原本以为那个叫做末日之矛的东西已经很古怪了，现在这又是什么情况？
哦，是希纳迪亚。 那松雀一定也和你们在一起了。
听到其他人从这里面发出声音，还真是奇怪。不过的确，咱也跟着过来了。
I was gonna say, Audire, are you saying Cole should use something automated? No, I think she should just get better.
哎呀，
Salmon? We did not say salmon. We were not talking about fish.
看上面的数字，他们家这楼
Speaking of which,
层呢。
I was reminded recently of how like
咱眼睛都不知道该看
salmon
哪里了。
when it's breeding time, they like morph into these hideous werewolf-like forms, and then they'll start rotting from the inside out and die. Oh, and then they have sex and die. Like wow.
这也不是我家呀，只是我家恰巧在这栋楼里而已。
Do you do what? Oh, have you not seen them before, Tommy?
没差没差。
Yeah, so salmon when it's so you know salmon are like normally like silver, but when it's breeding season they will like morph, they will turn red, their like mouth elongates into like these like fang-like thing, and they have these like humps on their underneath their dorsal fins, so they just like turn into like these monstrous versions of themselves. And then they like start rotting from the inside out, and then they have sex and they die.
那个现代社会不会这样了。
And also, there's a whole thing where they have to like, they have to swim all the way upstream. They have to leave the freaking ocean, swim up rivers, jump up waterfalls,
抱歉打搅你们的兴致。
so they can, have sex somewhere on land, like up in a small river on land.
不适合用来唠家常。
原来正主也在呀。
Yeah, the ones in Minecraft are colored more like the breeding
算
salmon.
是这种法器本来会发出的声音。之前一直没来得及给你们引荐，别看他现在冷冰冰的，当然
Salmon?
称得上是一位美妇人。
Are you making fun of how I pronounce it? You know it's more like salmon? Yes, Tommy, I know. Tommy constantly mispronouncing things when someone else mispronounces something.
松雀，算上你们，通路今天打开过2次。
啊？
今天是多长的时间范围？从10点20分开始，我就一直在监测末日之矛的数据。
When you do it, it's for comedic effect.
并没有任何异常发生。
我
Tommy.
判断不了那么精确。
Uh-huh.
但出于保险起见，也许你们需要排除。
Not like you just do it unconsciously without even thinking about it.
考虑到我也与他们有着千丝万缕的联系，克拉丽和我如今能够和身处不同世界的你们轻松恢复联系。
Exactly, Tommy. Why is there an L?
琥珀街，也就是远离那个毛的位置。
Why does English have letters that aren't meant to be pronounced? It's because English is a
我
terrible
们此刻
language.
的通话，或许与末日之矛的异状没有任何关系。
不错，
You can pronounce fish normally. Only when you're told
事
to.
情可就变得麻烦了。
Only when you're given a reason to. Otherwise, you will just pronounce it the wrong way, just by default.
的确可以这么说。
I'm sure other languages have silent letters. Yes.
末日之矛并不神秘。
Not all of them,
简单
though.
来说，它是世界炮中独一无二的起点。只要有足够强大或者能与之共鸣的能量形式，就可以帮助我们进入更高的维度。
That doesn't sound mysterious at all. 陈学, a unique anchor in the bubble universe that can help us access higher dimensions with strong or resonating energy. Yeah, that doesn't sound mysterious at all.
希娜同学与末日之矛产生了共鸣，让我们和其他的世界建立起了联系。这的确是一件十分令人惊奇的事。
Yeah, nothing mysterious about that. You're just accessing higher dimensions through the power of resonance.
那么整个欧夏市的稳定性，或许都在面临挑战。
At least mispronouncing a word in English doesn't mean it can be interpreted as one of 4 different completely wrong words. I mean, Depending on the word, it probably can.
我原本还在思考要如何尽地主之谊，为寻梦者的各位伙伴接风。虽然目前还没有发生危机的迹象，但考虑到事态潜在的严重性，
Yeah,
我
just
希望各
we
位
should
克
just
服
like
主变，暂时
take
根据我的
those
指示
words
行
with silent letters and just like remove the silent letters.
没关系，不用客气，我们都听你的。
They did that way back when.
说是指示，
Like most of the
现阶段
spelling
带有更大的
differences
干戈
between American English and British English were because at one point the Americans just got together and like, look at all these useless letters in the British English. Let's just get rid of them. These are doing nothing here.
由寻梦
So
者
we just got rid of them.
和
So that's why
组成
color
一队
doesn't have a U
风犬和
anymore.
我组成另一队
Because we don't pronounce the
大家
U.
在中探
So
访
why is it
这个
there?
组
Just
成的
get
地图
rid of it.
调查有没有和你们所说的影子相关的异常。世界炮的稳定性是件大事，我不希望在有切实证据之前就盲目搅乱大家的日常生活。
No, but you can say word perfectly and can it be one or four different words? Also true.
我当然没有问题，
我也没有问题。
松雀小姐，
你们别看我呀，我哪有什么问题呀？只是这附近实在太好看了，我刚刚有点走神而已。
没关系。寻梦者和我对这栋安和大
Sunshine
厦
is
都
like
非
the
常了
one
解。
character here
大
that
家在调
has
查途
like
中想了解什么，
less
只要问我们两个就好。
technical flair
而
on
行
her
动路
outfit
线
and more like
机关类的公共部
artistic
门
look
还有楼上的店面，就由我来搞定吧。
there's interesting glasses.
寻梦者可以去看看古墨、巢居、丝织，事不宜迟。
这么快吗？
那当然了，就算概率只有0.001%，这也不是什么小事。
交给我吧。
也只好按陈学姐说的
Yeah,
去
no
做。
being lazy for you today, Sunshine. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. That's never a good sign.
怎么了？
眼前闪过了数据之海的幻觉，
不要紧吗？
真没事。在数据之海里待太久了，偶尔是会有这种副作用。走吧，我们先。
晴朗的日子
And
里，
you're here in German
我
with...
想和他一
I'm
起
not even going to attempt to pronounce those.
对于外面的世界来说，
Also, what was everyone calling MC
或
earlier?
许也只是一个
Huh?
盆景。
I don't know what you're talking about, Tommy.
你好，今天也来陪猫咪们玩吗？这是新朋友
Are
吗
you？here to
欢
play
迎
with
欢迎。
kitties? Oh, it's a cat
我
cafe.
倒也
所以
没有。
How does this cafe stay open? This entire bubble universe is like
哦，没想到你信口开河也有一
like
手啊。
one hallway in a mall.
它应该是指你那套所谓新实验的。
这也不算说谎吧？末日之矛的异状对陈学姐来说，确实
How
就
do
像
they
在
keep
实
the
验一样
economy running?
看来
It's
以
been
后
like
就算要去当坏
a
蛋，
billion
行为者的表
years.
现也不会。
你这究竟是夸我还是损我啊？
不过我刚才就
Well, I
很好
guess
奇，
time in the bubble
这位陈
universe
雪小姐的
doesn't
职业究
necessarily
竟是什么？
flow the same way
为什么
as
看上去
time
掌握了不
elsewhere.
少权力的样子？
权力吗？与其说是陈学姐有什么权利，倒不如说是数据研究所对欧夏石相当重要吧。
She was like, wait, why are you calling me that too?
毕竟
I'm
大
not
家生活
sure.
在一个世界炮里，出了这栋大厦，开车不出3个小时就会到达世界的
You
边
need
界。
more places where you can play with animals to relax.
在这种情况下，城市的运转就相当依赖于从
I
数据
mean,
之
you
海
could
中
open
提
a
取的万
dog
能材料
cafe.
根源物质。
怎么？你们这边
Or
也来收
just,
集
you
工
know,
具？
you could go visit a petting zoo.
那当然不是了，只不过
I mean, a
从
petting
数据之
zoo.
海中提取加工的根源物质，可以通过编程的方法固化为世界炮中任意的物理材料。
Extracting and treating
种万能
source
性的
matter
相
that they
似。
can code it into any physical
我
material
们
in
倒
the
没有研
bubble
发出
universe.
能够直接把根源物质批量转
原来如此，
石油。
没事，你把它想成地球上的根源物质就行。
这
Petroleum.
样想来，我的身体该不会也是由这种根源物质构成的？
I mean, she just said that you can't turn it into food, and humans are edible,
这
so
个问题
probably
倒是很
not.
难讲，因为在转换成普通物质之后，也就是说， 从过去的经验来看，普通人和我们应该并没有任何生理性的区别。
Then why can't you make it into
原来
food,
如
huh?
此。看来我能启动那个末日之矛的原因应该不在这里。纠结没有答案的问题也没有意义。
We just back to. Why is
好，
Bugger
那我们就
eating?
继续调查吧。
Huh?
晴朗的日子里，
I have no idea what you're on about today,
聊
Tommy.
聊天呢。
Oh, you wrote Bugger?
有时候也想去一些奇奇怪怪的地方。
你好，
Too strong of a curse for YouTube.
这次打算和朋友们。
那倒不是。
We need a cat girl cafe. Unfortunately, we don't haven't invented cat
这个
girls
真
yet.
没有，我还盼着发生点什么奇怪的事。
I love
好让
dogs,
我
but I
趁
feel like a
机休两
dog
天
cafe
假
would be loud. Speaking of edible, what's the worst edible thing a person can eat? Caviar?
忙里偷闲，忙里偷闲。对于外面的世界来说，世界炮或许也只是一个盆景。
Mold is not edible, Tommy. Or at least not safely edible. You shouldn't eat mold because it's poisonous.
欢迎来到死之梦，请问有
Taper again, you're really stretching the definition of edible. Like edible edible typically means you can eat it, it's safe, and that you can derive nutrition from it. You do not derive nutrition from tapeworm eggs, nor do you derive nutrition from mold
原来如此，是陈雪小姐的实验。
most of the time.
本店并没有遭。
Celery's not that bad.
有什么顾虑吗？
I mean, by itself, it's very
并不是顾虑什
bland
么。
and boring,
刚
but
才你
like
们
dip it in
用
ranch
寻
and
梦者
celery
来
is
称
great.
呼我的这位邻居，对吧？
感慨。
你们据说这些寻梦者，
我没
Dream
听说过。
seekers enter
不过
people's dreams. Okay. I am not reading that.
后面是什
I
么来着
am just. You know, I kinda had. I've complained about this before. Mihoyo is not good at starting their stories. Like, okay, first off, like the start to Honkai Impact Part 2 is just so meandering and aimless. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me see if I can show you guys. I want to show you guys like the opening cutscene for the part 1. Replay CG. Yeah. Major unidentified flying object. Optical readings cannot discern the nature of this UFO. Clusters of small Honkai beasts and making is detected. Oh, this is the right. Cutscenes are in Japanese because reasons. Okay, and then like you do this whole fight sequence on the back of a jet as it flies around the city until you make your way on top of the giant flying battleship. Like that is a way more interesting opening to a game than whatever this is.
也是知觉的一部分。
Like it doesn't really explain what the heck's going on either, but at least there's way more to keep you interested. If this was not the continuation of a game that I've already been playing for 7 years. I
这不
don't.
是游云老师的学
If this
生
is
吗
like？a brand new game, I don't really know
是
that
的
I
新
would
朋
like
友来做。
be
如
engaged
果
by
有时
this.
间，
To
我
be
倒是很
honest.
想带他们品尝一下斯威特小姐的手艺呢。不过，
奇怪的是啊，有一罐开封，那不会啦，谁会单单？不过说到这个，今晚
Oh
的日子
boy.
有
Fetch quest.
这家店丢了
Actually,
多
this isn't a
奶
fetch
油
quest. This is just like a take a thing to another thing quest.
不过，只是老师他经常，
算了，本人
当然没问题。不过老师出差一趟往往很久，1年18个月里，可能有12个月都不在研究所。
等等，你刚才说什么？1年18个月？
18个月有什么问题吗？
洛星的1年就是18个月呀，1年一共
Yeah,
268天。
the Martian
269
the
天
Martian year is much longer than
哦，我知
Earth's.
道了，地球的1年只有300多天，所以1年不太可能有18个月。
那当然，1年12个月，总共365天或者366天。
原来如此，那如果寻梦者报出自己在洛星上的年龄，是不是会被你们当成小
I
孩
mean, I
子啊？
feel like Corali's still a child.
年龄也只是一个代表时间的数字而已吧。而且也有理论认为，物种的
I don't
总
know
数
how
有
you
限
did, I don't know how you
是
come up with a
所
theory
在
like that with a sample size of one species. That's not much of a
总而言之
scientific theory. That's
甜
just
蜜舌尖这边也
total
没什么问题。
speculation.
如果668百货那边也一切如常，
Kind of
就
went
可以
straight
大
into
致
the
确
action
定
of that, but
我们在
exactly.
末日之矛上引发的现
Like
象，
it's
基本
engaging
没
at
有影
least.
响到附近人们的
You
生
don't
活。
know what's going on, but the monster's bad. Mysterious giant alien battleship may be good or bad. And then you are fighting monsters, which is good. Like, that's all you really need to
如
know.
果真是这样，
Here
那
is
就太
like,
好不过了。
I had no idea what's going
虽然是
on.
第一次来，但我
这也
Like,
就是
I guess the conflict in this part of the story is like, where are we and how do we get out? But like, only some of our characters even care to get out, and
不
like,
过现在倒也不是适合闲聊的时候。
what's going on is like, it's not really that interesting a question. And I think Honkai Star Rail also had kind of a weak opening to their story. Genshin had a good opening.
欢迎光临
Like
668
Genshin has a strong opening. It has the main character has a very clearly defined and relatable motivation,
今天商店里有没有
whereas
什
the
么异常
Trailblazer
情况
MC doesn't really have
我来问问你。
any motivation, which
稍等，
makes her much weaker as a protagonist. Again, the Traveler, by comparison, has a very well-defined, easily to relate to motivation. Immediately explain like who they are, how they got here, where they're going, what they're trying to do. We know all that. Bam! Immediately, story takes off from
以
there.
数据研究所的标准，
Star Rail takes a while to get
所
going.
有668百货
By
商店均无
comparison,
异常。不过，
not
作为
really
特殊
until
事
like
项，
halfway through Bellabog that
关切提交至系
things
统
start
后
like
台
actually falling
如
into
果今
place
天
as
晚
far
些
as
时候
far as the story
668
goes.
百货商店
This one
不
I
开
has
不客气。
I don't know. We're like halfway through chapter 1 and still like nothing is really
好像是这样的。
striking me here.
你们说代末吗？它是分布式机型，
If this is 3, what are games 1 and 2 like?
没事，尽管
Okay, so the prequel to Honkai Impact 3rd is called Guns Girl
我
Z,
们还是快点去那个什么市民大街，
which
和松雪他们会合吧。
is the localized name. The original name is Honkai Gakuen, which translates to Honkai Academy. So makes more sense if you think of them as Honkai Academy 1, Honkai Academy 2, and then Honkai Impact 3.
或许也只是一个盆景。
And as for what they were like, they were side-scrolling action shooters.
陈学姐，
And the first one was kind of more of a proof of concept. The second one was like a proper live
在这些店附
action
近，有发
gacha
现什么不
game.
对劲的地方吗？
完全没有呢。
硬要说的话，甜蜜舌尖的斯威特小姐丢了一罐奶油，不过可能
果然，
松雀小，
我拜托
你们是得多依靠依靠他。
你是
当然，我一边和科
与大家一样，我们
You know,
在火箭
Trailblazer
里面
represents
有
wake
进
up,
展
Kappa tells them they will be rescued, go with whoever rescues them. Yeah. Like travelers doesn't really have a
这
motivation
同样也
to
是一
do
种进
things.
展。
And honestly, even the Astral Express's motivation, like they're just going around exploring and helping people, that's also not a terribly strong motivation. That's like a really aimless motivation by comparison to Traveler, who's, I want to find my brother or sister
别误会，
and save
我
them.
现在也无法得出具体的结论。
Like that is clear, well defined. The destination is well defined, even if
但
the
是
journey is
我
not,
先
which
是
is,
松雀，
I mean, I think that's good for stories to do that way. Let them give the reader or the audience an expectation of where the story is going to go, so that way they know immediately whether or not they want to keep watching or reading or playing.
松雀，他到底是什么人呀？之
I
前
don't know who I
好像
am.
也不
I
怎么
don't
厉害的
know
样
why
子。
I'm here. All I know is that Kafka told me to kill.
这的确是个好问题。松雀的伙伴，你觉得
Again,
我们应
you're,
该
you're
谁来
still
接手
bummed
这
that
件
your
事？
Windows installed Nuke General's installation. It's so much of a hassle. It is. That's why I haven't tried to get it running again. You can send $10 and play it off of Steam and jump through extra hoops to get mods working. You don't think you'd be able to data mine? You can still data
从
mine
我的角
stuff
度
off
介绍，事情难免
Steam,
会有失偏颇。
Tommy.
好呀，正好借着这里的展板，我也帮这位寻梦者补习历史知识。
Like establishing the main couple in a romance manga, kind of. Like the big thing is with
大作业是
writing stories is that if you do not give the audience a clear idea of where the story is going to go, and then it goes somewhere that they aren't expecting, they are likely to get frustrated and drop your story. You should just hook at your C drive and pop it in to get the
这
file
里
you
展示
got
的
the
是100
exe.
年前人们建立欧夏市的历史。当时正值大崩坏的前夜，本征
I
世
mean,
界
you
的
can
落
just
星
buy it on
已经岌
Steam,
岌可
or
危。
even better, you could probably just
在这样的状况
Yar
下，
har
有
fiddle
一群
the
志愿者，他们决定巧妙地利用大崩
the
坏
one
中
that
的
lets it
力
not
量，
use the disc.
创造出一个
That's
的
not on the
确
disc though.
历史老师是这么讲的，所以
Oh, I see. You meant that. Okay, the Yar har fiddle the.
那种力量在一些非官方史料中
How do
被
you
称作
people
宇宙
found the
诅咒
lost in T-boy? What? T-boy what?
根据他们的说法，在百年，
难道说狼丘就是？
哎，别急，在那些非官方的记载中，对抗大崩坏的奇迹被归结在了少数几个人的身上，说他们牺
The
牲
miracle against the. Okay, so this part makes a little. There's this
摆脱外界的
is
影
at
响。
least slightly comprehensible. So the Red Eruption would be the Honkai disaster that wiped out the civilization on Mars.
不过，比起有7个伟大的存在将我们从大崩坏中拯救了出来，更多人还是愿意相信
7
是
great
无数普
individuals
通人
saving
同
us
舟
from the
共
grid.
济，
So they had
帮助
their
我
own
们
set
的
of
文
flame
明度过了
chasers.
那次危机。比如
They're
说，
heroes.
对，克利亚小姐，在你们的星
You
球
can
上，
install the
应该也有
old-fashioned way
过
and
造
swap
物
one
主
file.
或者救世神之类的传说吧。
Yeah,
回想你
but
的同胞们
well,
对
I
于这
guess
些
that's
存在
the
的
there's
不
the
同态
Steam
度，
version
你
like
应该就能理解我所说
updated
的
to
话了。
work on modern systems because the CD
我的确能理解。
definitely is not.
只是情况有所不同，在我们的家乡确实有活生生的神存在。你甚至能在联机游
Is
戏里
indeed
查
a
询到它
living
采购的
goddess.
战绩。
You can even check out her horrible records in multiplayer games. That's kind of like
地球
a.
的情况确实特殊一些。
Imagine if you just like you could just look up Jesus's record in Call of Duty and like
崩坏兽、
he's just
律
really
者
bad at it.
甚至崩坏病，这些也或许都是我们那里独有的现象。
Honkai Beast, Hershers, even Honkai Disease.
确实都是一些陌生的词汇呢。
So
对
Honkai
类似来
manifests
说，曾经困扰
differently
我们的大崩坏，
on
概括起来非常
Mars.
单纯。在100余年
Yeah,
前的
that's
某一
interesting.
天，洛星的学者们突然发现，本征世界正在被一股暗能量缓缓撕裂。
The
他们
lost
意识到，
in the
尽管
binding
原
of
理不
Isaac,
明，
rebirth of
自
the
己的
secret
世
needed
界
died
终
to
不
the
可
woods
逆
figured
地
out
向着
this
数
was
据
like
之海
order
下
to
沉。
lost. Probably data mined it.
如果那个时代的
How
人
people were
们
supposed to
会有
learn
所
this sort
行
of
动，
in-game puzzle
世界
involving
的结
dying with
局
the missing
将显而
poster
易见。
trinket in this. What brought this up,
毕竟
Cole?
那些已经沉入其中的部分，全都变成了根源物质和凌乱的数据。
对世界炮来说，那的确是他们的终焉。不过，既然他们已经度过了大崩坏，难道是也有……等等，你刚才说，在这个版本的故事里，他们是怎么做到的？
Okay, we're finally getting something interesting. And
我
then
见
she
过的
doesn't
此
know the
类记
answer.
载
Okay.
都含糊其辞，也因此和正史相。但从另一方面来说，假使这些人的确存在，他们原本也不能被视为普通人。
No one managed to do the because people data mined it within a week.
据说失传的笔记小说《七术异法》曾经记载，早在大崩坏之前的
Also,
年代，作为术
Comment, what do you
这
even
气味
need to
已
data
经在
mine
江湖中
generals
无人
for?
不晓了。
Like, what do you need to data mine generals for that isn't already? Isn't this just Nilu? This just looks like Nilu. Over here. Like, seriously, that just looks like Nilu.
甚至在欧夏市建立之初，还有人会将他们称呼为离去的人神。
You wanna have the sound files and voice?
法莫
You
如
can't
血，
find them online,
树不
Tommy?
遇现的书。
But, like, you know, when you download it off Steam, you still have the files, right?
说是其
Like,
中
Steam
数
does not stop you from editing the files. I don't know why you think it would.
对
Like,
抗大崩坏的手段吗？
how do you think people mod Steam games?
不，
The Steam
那
release
可
might be.
并非
Why
他
would
们
it be
原本的职
encrypted?
责。
I've never. Why would it be encrypted?
让他们被称为树的，正是与恐惧相关的影中。
难道说松雀的？
嗯哼，
Oh, hey! It's that guy with the dog whose tail is like 2 bat wings.
在这些记载中，
Weird ass
松
dog.
雀奇人不仅仅是七术的一员，而且他作为树
Dude,
所
why
能
would
欺
it
骗
be
的对
encrypted,
象
Tommy?
甚至包括物
Like,
理法则。
that would be the game developer's choice. Like, why would you encrypt a, like, 20-year-old game?
我不了解你们提到的所谓记载，但松雀是欺瞒之术，这一点的确如此。
Oh, wait, you're right. Songchue does kind of look like that, doesn't she? She looks like this character here.
就像也有人称我为
You
弃
got
用
that
之术
silhouette.
一样，尽管这种叫法名不副实。
Shoe of gadgets?
看来那
I
些传
guess
说
maybe she could
倒
be
也不
this
全
one.
是捕风捉影，享乐、殉死、结合、破气。
You know how more recent
虚
EA
弱
titles?
欺瞒。最后两位，
I
现在
don't
已
know.
经对
The
上
more
了
recent ones are also encrypted.
哦，
One in the way back, looking kind of like Crony. I mean, she does have the hairstyle, but then again, Crony also has like a very stereotypical hairstyle. With she's basically just like short hair vents. And that is
如
like
果刚
a
才那些说一位神，
fairly stereotypical anime hairstyle
欺瞒
for
之
like
术。
cool
看来
but
那些貌似
feisty
荒诞不经的
characters.
记载，其来有自。
虚名而已。但如果真要问出个一二，
Oh, so Sontra
虽
is
说是虚
actually
名那也是
an
货真
ancient
价实。
hero.
别误会，我倒是没有考量真实性的意愿。作为欧夏以外的存在，你能了解到这么多关于树的事，这原本就相当值得往。而在你的视角中，欧夏和廊丘也的确
I mean,
同
yeah,
出
weren't
一
they
源。
part of the same planet that got obliterated?
我倒是没有那么确定，因为这里和我记忆中的欧夏区别实在是太大了。
How are we suddenly seeing this perspective, though? Whack.
但在100多年前，欧夏和廊丘
One of
也
that
的
gen
确
was
都
made
是
by a
我
fate
爸
artist.
和
Yeah,
陈
Crony
思相
Crony
识
was the one made by a fate
连
artist.
我们这栋楼
It is very obvious because you just look at Crony and she has the exact same face as every other character this artist has ever drawn.
安和城，
Like, you could just copy paste Nero's face and put it on Crony, and all you have to do is, like, change the eye color.
廊丘、明海、白羽、欧夏。
Very
没错没错
definitely
的确
has
是分
that
成4个城
only
区呢。
That artist definitely has that only one face
这至
syndrome.
少可以证明，在数据之海中，
Let me put it this way: you got no clue how to expect anything from RA3 or any modern and Need for Speed games. They'll get and for speed games have been a little figure
既
out.
然如此，
Well, yeah,
我
that's
接下来的这
because
个建议
most
就顺理成章了。
Tommy, most games like use proprietary file formats because it's easier for the devs. But like, there's no reason to go back and do that to an old ass
综上
game.
所述，寻梦者，在老师结束这一次的外出
All
考
of
察
the
回来
artists that
之
work for
前，
Fate and they pick one of,
眼
I
前
don't
这些
think, I don't
事
think
情
she's one of the
就作为
worst.
你这
The character design is like, the design's fine. It's just, this artist only knows how to draw one face.
有什么问题吗？毕竟你
You
是
know,
唯一
people
的
being
亲历
upset
者。
because of lack of
而且这件事
consistency with that
也
gen's
对你
models.
不对不对，
Yeah, but that's always the case, though.
这整件事可是与末日之矛直接
Like-
相关，把它作为一个1年级学生的研究课题，未免也太多大了吧。
Hololive has various styles
如果没有
depending
亲手
on
搞
which
砸些什
artist,
么
because
东
they
西，
don't keep
你
actually
成
like
长的轨迹
keep
未
any
免就太不
artists
牢靠了。
in house. You just commission them whenever they want.
以研究课题而言，你不是已经结交了不少身怀绝技的协助者吗？
Oh, hi, Jay-Wing. Welcome aboard. Good to see you here today. And as you and I both know, an awful face
如果
although
真出
ruins
现了什么
otherwise
麻
good art.
烦，
It's
研究
not
所当然
a
不会再吃
bad
亏。
face. It's just
但在此之前，
like if you had never played Fate and you'd never seen any other characters drawn by this artist, like Crony's face would look fine. It's just that once you see it, you cannot
我
unsee
也
it.
的确希望能有你们出面。
That's the problem, which is not necessarily a problem with the design itself.
从这件事总归可以由我来兜底的角度，你们也确实
At least
拥有
Hololive
放手
pays
去
their
做
artists. You don't have to wonder how much does Hololive actually pay them. I don't think we'll ever know.
平常怎么对我就没有这么好的脾气啊？
刚才帮你带路的那个欧夏机器人对你的态度应该很好吧？世界上大部分人能够和谐相处的一大前提，就是并不了解彼此。
The key to harmonious coexistence often lies in the absence of
虽然我以
mutual
前是当过江湖骗子，
misunderstanding.
但你也不用这样来揭短吧？
关于寻梦者的研究课题，我倒是有一个和接短相关的主
You
意。
have an idea that will be like airing dirty laundry. What?
放心，不是接你的短了，我只是在想，从我们自己的优势出发，这个研究课题或许可以从历史着手。当然，我们不能抛下克拉丽不管。
这是不错的一步。
那就拜托陈学姐了，这和接短究竟有
Oh,
什么关系？
okay. So we're on like side quest number 6
那当然要问松雀了。
at this point. This
如果我
story
们
is
之
so
后对历史有所
meandering.
发现，难道不？
这个嘛，我觉得倒是不会。而且该说是当初让你们离开的时候，可没打算过让两边能再见着呀。大家或许也不能把预期提得太高呢。
但从他这的
You
视
never
角，
played
一件
Fate,
事
but
情
you
的
do
前因
remember
后果，
thinking
对
Crony's
现
face
状也
looking
的
off.
确有所帮助。
Maybe
等等，你今天怎么说话总是胳膊肘
more
向
than
外
Ninja
呀？
Sanji does.
那
Ayo.
都是多久之？
我这边会继续。
I mean, we
我也来
don't
参加。
really know how much Ninja Sanji pays their artist either.
既然他也算是树的一员，无法反
Probably
驳
not much so,
啊，
I guess. You do have to wonder. I mean, 'cause I don't really know how much like East Asian artists,
多尼戈尔，
how much live 2D models run in East Asia, like Japan and China.
原来是
Because
这样。
obviously, they have all the anime artists, right? Like they have no shortage of anime style artists. Whereas, you know, from the US, the West, or other parts of the world,
之后
anime artists
会有彩虹
tend to be a little more niche.
这么说来，松雀是不
So-
是还没有在这里好好逛过？对于外面的事，
Like live 2D like models and art might just generally be cheaper
这里难
on
道是图书
average
馆？
if you
看起来和我知道的
are
那
able
一
to,
种好
you
不一
know,
样。
contact and sell to Korean, Chinese, Japanese.
和咱那
But
边的
unfortunately, most of us
交流
cannot because
也
we
没
have
啥相似之处。
language barriers.
所以这要怎么开始看？
With all the drama that's been coming about Ninja, there's been a bunch of artists who come out talking about how Ninjas failed to pay them at all. Ouch.
操作那边的机器就好。晴朗的日子
That kind of people need to say that thing. People need to say that stuff out in public when that
好
happens.
像只有我总是被路边的猫咪碰死。
Like,
操作方法
especially if it's a fairly sizable corporation, you can't just let the fact that they stiff all the people decommission. Because otherwise people are going to assume they're going to get paid when they get hired when they get an offer from a major, like the second largest VTuber corporation. And if that doesn't happen, people need to know about that.
虽说时间点和那也先
Oh, what do you want me to do?
我看，等等，在你们恐怕未必如此哦。
你是说被你
Dreams of loss.
总之，按照你当然一个人的
竟是
I was also really hoping
多亏他
the story would be
但
way
是
less.
咱也不知道他
Normally,
是什么
Honkai
时候
Impact quests involve way less dialogue and way more fighting.
哎呀，
We are
我是没什么意见。我打
over
个
an
手
hour
这
into
个
the
嘛
stream, and there has been no fighting.
我想到
This is actually kind of terrible. It's just a little bit trash
这是
given my expectations. This game is usually much better.
你们这儿的人，倒也哇，这
其实我也没有多少经验。
Like I don't know who they got to write this, but and not just write, but also design this.
有时候也想去一些奇奇怪怪。
总算醒了，没想地上那些是啊，很棘手，当然了，但很可惜。
如手机而购。哇，
Let's just have a
不过
那么这段
action
就像刚
RPG
才
where
听的，但如果反
for 2 hours you just have no action or RPG. Me playing Banner of the Maid. Banner of the Maid had way more gameplay than this, Tommy. Compared to this Banner of the Maid
据说，你跟谁来？
had way less dialogue.
我害怕。
Just chatting RPG. Yeah, kinda. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Oh, really? Are we finally gonna have to fight?
只是因为感到害怕。
可不，不过
Oh, no. Okay, no.
没错，在100年以前，咱们这些树将甚至还驱虎吞狼、一劳永逸的解。
刚到廊丘的时候，我似乎也在影子里
Okay,
接
so
触过类
no.
似的内容。
Those were ghost
不
monsters.
过，要是万一咱……可是，如果树们真的特别厉害，刚才那
Okay.
个人又为什么会吓成那个样子？
对于外面的世界
Oh,
来
hey, it's the
说
dog.
世界
是啊，为什么呢？
逛逛街吧。
Little bat pup. With big fat eyebrows.
这不是把我们带到狼多尼戈尔？当然，怎么他这2条
I
尾巴
don't
这么
usually
细
follow drama, but it's been an interesting read.
他
I
就是
mean,
所以
it's not like I actively follow drama,
不是专，
but
也不知道他是怎么迷住了多尼戈尔。虽然我也是听来的，
Donny
但在那
good?
之后，
That's the
那
name
条
of the
树
dog,
一夜
Donny
之间
good?
就有了操纵影子的本事。操纵影是啊，虽说
Okay.
师傅没把这啊，
Anyways, what was I saying? I don't really follow drama, but like recently, all Twitter has been showing to me is drama, like various kinds of drama, political drama,
咱倒是
creator like
哦
YouTuber
那就等
drama,
下一次去廊
VTuber
丘不过这
drama.
么说来，带我们去到廊丘的。
恐怕
This is all like YouTube does or Twitter shows to me anymore, which is like, to be honest, like there's not really any particular kind of content on Twitter I actually like. So like, I get it. This algorithm is unable to find anything that actually engages me because Twitter is just shit as a site.
啊，可
隔着这本手机上的内容到此为止，唯一可以确信的是啊，
Yeah, all I've been doing like just drama recently.
所以松雀，多尼
It's been Reddit for
有
you?
日子没见。
I mean, okay, on Reddit you don't have an excuse, right? On Reddit you choose
无论如
everything
何，
yourself.
请用
You
那要不要
browse
继
everything
续
and
在这
sort
里
by
接着看
latest,
书，
or sort by most upvoted,
再去
right?
找陈学姐问问。
不只是陈学姐，
You can choose which subreddits to browse on
那位
Reddit.
弃用的
So I feel like on Reddit you don't really have as much an excuse. Whereas Twitter, all the content is mostly algorithm driven. Plus whatever you follow. Because you keep clicking the ninja red. Oh, all right. I forget that Reddit does have that like
然
homepage
后
with
和欧
the
夏原本是同一
algorithmic
个世界，或者
stuff. I never use Reddit unless I'm looking for something specific, so I actually just
严格来
completely
说，
forgot
这
about
永远
that.
只是一个猜想。只有各位努力稳定通路之后，
Audire
世
needs
界
to
炮
like
成
more
精确
anime
测
girl
绘
art to
才
fix
能
her
最终走。
algorithm.
如果只想当事后诸葛亮，那你提
I
问
mean,
什么
I don't really just go around liking art either. I will actually, let me correct myself. There is one type of content which I am grateful for Twitter showing me, which is like educational Blender content, like stuff that can help
相
me
比之
like
前的按陈雪小姐的
improve
说法，
my art
尽
skills.
管再也没有爆发出过之前的，
On that subject, I've actually been thinking lately of like
但它能够对
trying
外
to
界的
pick
能
up
量刺
2D
激
art.
做出轻微的反应。
只不
I
过
was thinking
多
about
尼戈尔或许已
maybe
经
I
做到了
can
这一点。它不只是一
buy
条
a
狗。
tablet and just like
你们有没有想过，
start
我
drawing.
们此刻谈论的树，它究竟
Try
是
to
什
learn
么？
to draw.
你还是少卖点关子吧。
People tables. Tommy, there's not a lot of art of people tables on Twitter, I'm sad to say.
在廊丘的前身安和城的历史上，当他对自己的臣子心生厌恶的时候，
Finish
就
the
赏赐给
2D
对方
cheap.
一头真。要
I
想
mean,
照料
Tommy,
好
I
那
already
种难得一见的异手，
I
臣子就
commissioned the 2D
而如
cheap.
果没能照料好，
I don't really
就
need
以
I don't
臣子
really
的
need to
轻慢为
finish that
理
2D
由
cheap
将
anymore.
对方杀死。所谓术的才能，在我看来就是类似的东西。
Be the people tables. Tommy, not Tommy. Cole, the whole point is for me to not be the one using the people tables.
为了我们彼此沟通的效率，我建议你还是把所谓的论证过程放在一边，优先说出自己的结论。
Yeah, I remember like years ago I got like a really cheap tablet that I never really used because I could never
毕
really
竟各位与我的思考方式颇为
get
不同。
into the whole you draw on a tablet and like controlling a mouse on the monitor that is like not where you're looking, or like you have to look not where your hand is,
当初
and that
有
was
人为了
very
驱使
difficult
楚
for me to
国，也
adapt
为了
to.
独
So
占
it
神
has to
器
be like
不惜
one of
将
the
两
more
个世界的一
expensive
切加以隔绝。
tablets with like an actual screen.
既然如今的你们由于命运的捉弄，不幸被这种藩篱阻隔，那么
I love a daily Audire learning how to draw post. It would not be daily. I am way too busy to actually like draw daily.
是你建议我
But
把
maybe
论
like
证过程
once a
放在一
week.
边，优先说出自己的结论。
Because the other reason I've been thinking about it is because I am kind of running out of, or like I don't have a lot of games to stream at the moment. That's kind of why I've been also doing a lot of Helldivers on stream recently. Is
按照刚才的原则，我
because
们
like
还是直接
not
出
really
发
sure what
吧。
else to stream.
等有人
Oh, I
看
guess
到
just
它的时
Dragon's
候
Dogma.
自然就
I
知
can
道是
try
怎么回
Dragon's
事了。
because that game seems interesting. I tried Dragon's Dogma 1 and like was not that interested, unfortunately.
这一次我们为什么不能瞬间
I
移
didn't
动？
get very far into it before I got bored.
还
But
是那个
maybe
原
but
则，
Dragon's Dogma 2,
等价
I
交换
see. At least the character creator seems good.
你是想说，在你们这里，它应该被称作钉子？
You got a tablet yourself but never got around to using it much, and you could just have the inspiration.
从同为工具这个角度来，
I mean, I don't
作为
lack
数
for
力量的载体
inspiration. I just
可
lack
能
for
他们过分
motivation
功能
and
性。
time.
没错，用以或许
The
你
other
曾
reason
经
I'm
听
think
说之前
I
就有
was
些
think
疑
the
惑
third
你
reason
们的大
I was
部分
thinking about
本身就
picking up learning how to draw is I want to learn how to do textures better on my
我的意思
3D
是，
art
没
or
有什么其他
yeah
现象
3D
了吗？
models. Because that's like that's like the main thing that keeps me from like, I feel like that's the one thing that keeps me from like making those like actual top tier 3D models. Like I can't
完全
really
没有。
do the anime style texturing very well.
我这
I
边也没有
had
听
to
说
do
过。
like do a lot of procedural generation for this model, which has like there's a lot of limits to
或许
that,
大崩坏这个名字只是
and
巧合
I
而
think
已。
I'm happy with the
这一
result.
切终究与中焰无关。
But the flexibility could be greater if I actually could draw my textures like
那么
other artists do.
目前看来，大崩坏确实不再是困扰
Time
你
is
的
also
灾难了。
time is the biggest issue.
没错，
I wish I didn't have
就
to
依
go to
靠你
work.
正在看着的期
Or I
待。
wish I worked part-time. If I worked 3 days a week, I'd be very happy.
它是当然了，这又牵扯到了另外一回事。
I'm hoping
事实上，在大崩坏
it
到
would
来
be
之
very
前
nice
对狼丘的
if
居
once I
民来
graduate,
说
I could just
反倒
work
是影子
3
更
hours,
危
3
险。
days a week
没人知道
part-time.
它是如何诞生的，或许连影子自己也都不知道。
I don't know if I would be able to actually
人们
find
能
a
够
job
确
like
信
that.
的是，从某一天开始，它突然以10种不同的面貌凭空出现，肆虐
Remember when you
人
first
间。
came to digital media with these
而
art
恐
tablets for
惧
several projects?
是以所谓术，正是将自身的恐惧加以降服，得以迈入阴影。
TFW, the
反过
unions
来
could
将
get
影
us
子的
4-day
力量加以
weeks.
使用的人，他们因此得到了能让自身区分于凡人的种种能力，为人们驱碎除魔，并最终完成了至高至伟的功绩。他们将影子的力量灌注在丁中，
You had a
抗衡着
digital
大
media
崩坏
class
试
that
图
was
吞没
3
世界
hours
的
a
潮汐。
day?
以上内容，喂，身为弃幼，只要引述文献，我就不。你似乎还有倒是有，没错，瘦子嘛，松雀。总之，那不
Okay, are we gonna actually have some combat now? Blah 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 blah.
我会是你
Okay,
现
I
在不太
don't
明白
I
其中
I
的
let
机制
yeah
当
yeah
然
you know.
你这家伙倒也算是知无不言，赫利亚，也没错。看来过去
I
我来吧。
don't feel like I'm skipping this because I don't get the impression that this. Okay, finally some combat. Oh yeah, come to think, there was a little bit of combat at the very beginning, wasn't there? I had to fight using Coralie at the very beginning, and now I have to fight using Coralie again. Yeah, if it felt like lore that would actually become relevant later, I would be paying attention. But like, this doesn't feel like worth the time investment. This like feels like even less relevant than when we were describing the nature of singularities and the differences between Herscher singularities in the previous era and the current era, because I at least paid attention, enough attention to that to memorize it. Well, I remember it well enough to talk about it now, but like, what are with those Rorschach texts, anyways? I don't know what's going on. Something about face. You wish you had that level of discernment? I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think I am,
信号就突然中断。
but
或许是
obviously,
因为狼丘的
but
影
I
子被实验所
don't
附体
think
的
I
缘
am.
哎呀，有弃用跟在那边，这你可要说话。哼，相信我。
啊，倒不是和克拉丽那边直接。寻梦者，你还记得自己入学的第一啊？等下，是啊，但虽然对数据研究所，但一
The
般人看不到的
artifact.
是来自数据。
哦，
嗯，
A
如果要按这个方向类
phylactery.
比啊，
A
别担心，
save point in a video game.
如果我们留在这，说不定
我就还是在
那松雀
老实讲，既然要不咱
不知道雨
So
停
as far as I mean, what's happening right now is like on both ends, we're trying to establish a connection to each other so we can finally transit through both
有时候也想
bubble
去一些奇
universes.
奇怪怪的地方，可惜
Which that's as far as I'm understanding. The specific mechanics. Also, there are 7 ancient heroes
一定就
that
是那
save
个
the
吧。
world from destruction called shoes.
晴朗的日子里，有
Which
时候也会想和他
now
们
that I say that out loud, that was kind of a unfortunate name for them to give to their ancient heroes that saved the world.
不是吧？今天的巧合未免也太多了。
松雀也见过他。
可不， 这是咱那位师傅的宝
S
贝啊！
H U
没
shoe.
成想能在这儿见着，我还以为他现在应该正抱着这东西睡觉呢。
I guess technically you
我确
pronounce
实
it
也
like
不了
shoe,
解，咱也没那机
which
会呀。
is still close enough to
师傅
just
当年可是对
shoe.
他宝贝这样啊。
不过，既然陈学姐说好，
I wasn't thinking about it earlier, but now that I say it out loud, yeah, that's kind of a silly
不知
name.
道雨停之后
It's definitely a
会不会有
translation.
彩虹呢？
We could have thought about that. We could have asked someone who knows English a little bit about that. Shoot, Wraith. There is a character in this game, and as part of her combat attack, her combat sequence, she will just go shoo
你们的
shoo.
权限验证，
It's very
这
cute.
似乎不仅仅是
陈学姐，
看来你也
Yes,
到了能使用它
the
的这一天
time
了。
has come.
这
Oh
段话
boy.
是我在你入学第一天时留下的，也不知道你什么时候才能听到。无论如何，这都说明你的学
You
业
know
进
who
展
else is
还算
cute?
顺利，并且终于有
Who
了一
else is
些
cute,
值得
Tommy?
重回故地的。我们的老师常常念叨一句话，今天我也把它转赠给你：爱情是潜入他者之中，而艺术则是潜入自身之中。那么，祝你第一次潜入自身，能有一次愉快的经历吧。
他这是什么意思啊？
Thank you, Tommy. Okay, what's going on here? Well, that looks a little scary.
怎么回事？
这还不简单，让我猜猜。按照之前的经验来看，
Based on our previous experiences, we should be inexplicably pulled into something and suddenly appear in another world, right?
嘎嘣一下，
Ah, so it's an isekai machine.
那也太……
It is
欢迎你
indeed
来
the
到接下
isekai
来
machine.
如果要退出您的记忆，只要随时在心中默念。
晴朗的日
Oh,
子
it's the box of memories. We're reliving our memories. Gosh, this game. You know, for a game called Honkai Impact, I was sure hoping that the story would have a little more impact.
数据之海，
No, these are our memories.
一模一样啊！
There are memories. We just explained this. See?
看那边是
It's
我自己。
ourselves. Okay, what are we doing here? What's the point?
我也不确定。
啊，
你这是什么搭讪方式？也太复古了吧！
啊，抱歉抱歉，
你
是，那不是不过，
这倒未必，他或许啊，陈学姐刚才不是这样看来，应该有松劝。
那
要是不
Oh,
想知道的
okay,
咱直接
so
说给你。再者说，那
也是，
不对吧？要我说，你想嘛，我们之前能去狼，按当时那个情，但那个时候，
Oh, so now we have to find that dog?
现在也很难确定眼前。
哎呀，来都来，只要赶在我们和他。不过，
Okay, so I have to
我
find
们
the
这是要
dog.
从哪儿开始呢？
假如他一开始就在偷
At
看
least we
的话
unlocked a new area.
不要掉队啊！不会吧，在
New
这里竟然摇头
area
和我
with
打架，
combat.
品种还和上次不
We
太
have
一样。
we cannot just walk around
不
them.
如说，这反倒
Oh, finally, we're getting to the dungeon crawling
这
part
里
of the
数据有
game.
所不同，并不是只有
Thank
作者本
goodness.
人知道的数据。
Thank goodness. Actual gameplay.
点火！乖，看这里。
Also, like this actual gameplay, because we had combat before, but we were using like a support character in a role in a way that she was definitely not intended to be used in, and now we actually have a full team and are actually playing the game the way it was meant to be played. This is much better.
哦，在那边。
赚到了，赚到了。
See, this is much more like classic Honkai Impact. So classic Honkai Impact, like in the old days, they didn't have this open world stuff.
还真是多尼
It
克
was
尔。
mostly like level based. You would just fight through a level like this, and then you'd have little cutscenes in between. But most of the game would just be running through a level and fighting stuff. And like gradually over time, they added more and more open world shenanigans and more. All right, good job, Zenadia. You just see like a weird black puddle on the ground, and you just shove your face into it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, brother! Step brother, I'm stuck.
另一边，直接就是狼丘的末日之矛。
That's kind of what that pose reminds me of.
等等，难不成我们之前启动它的时候，并不是因为我误打误撞了，而是那个家伙一开始就有能力启动它，只是他一直在等待一个时机，让自己能够找到寻梦者的欧夏。两次启动的真相。
Tom, you're not a big fan of that meme? Wait, didn't you reference that meme before?
喂，没事吧？你们两个的脸色看起。
I vaguely remember you referencing that meme being referenced on one of your streams not too long ago. It may have been Frankie, actually.
松雀，
That would make sense.
你是不是有什么事瞒着我们？
Oh no, is Songchue a villain? Man, it sucks that a lot of stuck stuff is just step siblings now.
会一下出来
What?
不一那，在你拔出怎么说呢？你也没有，看来的确要，所以这他们。
Do you look for a lot of stuck
你学的很准确来
stuff?
影子的力量，
Cool.
毕竟来，所以当那而既然我们拔出那个男人，
It's a coin toss between Frankie or
他记得
Tommy,
尽管
honestly.
而现
That does feel like more the kind of meme that Frankie would
别担
reference.
心，我们马上就会带你
But
撤
yeah,
出
I
禁区。
feel like it was on one of your streams recently,
据说
Tommy.
也有其他树正在赶来这里，一切都会好起
Sometimes?
来的。重要的是，
That's such a weird thing to be into, honestly. Particularly like the stuck in the wall, because how did people even come up with that? Like, when have you ever seen someone just attempting to crawl through a hole in the wall and they get stuck and can't get through? Like, when does that ever happen?
影子中诞生的怪物吗？这就是
Has it ever happened to anyone before?
而眼这片区域，一条街成精了。或许只是侧。
The street became sentient?
你要去
Yes.
哪里？
The street is now sentient.
您是多尼戈尔吗？
To be fair, a lot of situations in that. I'm just talking about it's unrealistic. It's like, how do you even get the idea for that?
如果树还在这里，
Like, where did this idea even come from?
那只狗，你见到过？算是我会，它究竟是这个可？你可以将其，譬如，它刚刚。
The dog killed the investigator?
他再会了，陌生人。
Is that the dog's voice? Oh no! It's this dude. He's like the Grim Reaper or
然
something.
而在此之前，动身吧，多尼戈尔。
Indeed, being haunted by the death omen might summarize a man's past and aspirations, and in truth, what he's about to do bears a
我
similar
们去向琥
essence.
珀街中的每一个人。
Oh no, he's gonna commit a murder. You look at a hole in the wall and your imagination does the rest. It's also an extension of what... Ugh. Okay, let's talk about something else.
不，既然人们对于琥珀街的恐惧并没有实际来源，导致那么他宣称所有异常都是……
有何不可？无论如何，只要利托斯特只是让他们既定的结局变换了一种形，自那之后，他变成了令人恐惧。
也就是说，自那之后，
也只是一段时间而已。对利托斯特而言
He disguised himself as a villain. I mean, he did actually kill all those people, so I don't want to say that a disguise. More just that, like, he became a
现
villain.
在，这不过是一场，
归根结底，
没人能给出判断。否则，
那
哦，
如果我们的确启动了末日之门，
那么你觉得，说到底，廊丘只是一座，恰恰是那具有10般恶相的规则。
Ah, okay. Okay, so that was important. So this area is a prison.
你做了什么？
我只是一件工具啊！看来撬动还真逼得多尼戈尔返回廊丘。我的使用者，你前行到。
Oh boy. Not long ago. Is it the dog? What the dog doing?
所以，就因为去过了狼群，怎么会有这种？你们一时半会
10
倒
faces
是
of
没什么的，这样有
misery.
什么不测？
所以，这到底是为什么？
唉，还没来得及成为所谓的碎物，就先变成……
怪不得危机那么重要。难道如果没有他的话，
可我现在又是怎么？
离恶石像可没小事。如前所说，
这看来启动末日之矛。等等，苏雀。
那你担心的没错。
Also, why is Mars just space China?
哦，小明阻止你们打开通路，而退一步讲，离恶石反而打开教训。
Post-apocalyptic space
但是你也
China.
说了，即使我们有办法重新连通世界，先去和陈学姐他们会合吧。啊，稍等我一下，离开之
Actually,
前，
wait, it's not
这
even
边
like
得先
space
处理
China,
好
because
才
like
行。
this is kind of just like a generic sci-fi kind of building stuff, and like there's nothing really distinctly Chinese about the aesthetics of this area. But they just use all Chinese names and like Chinese type.
山巅一寺一壶酒。哎，后面是什么来着？要去哪里呢？有时候也想去一些奇奇
Head
怪
to
怪
the
的地
anchor
方。
of the apocalypse and discuss the plan.
第二天要交作业。逛逛街吧。
末日之矛，怎么已经？
Oh, starting to glow. I
我
guess
没
it's
想
a
到
prison.
麻烦了。啊，你怎么也？
看来你们双方都得知了些了不得的情况呢。
Everyone's in
你们
trouble.
互相同步。
稍等，
Huh?
我因为自己刚才
At
和一
least
个
things
性
are
格完全
finally
相反
moving
的人异
along.
口同声，目前还有些失落。
不然就由我来给各位代劳。
别，
The three kingdoms, Earth, Mars, and the Moon, or something? Huh?
这样啊，寻梦者倒是无所谓，无所谓。哦，因为我相信这对你来说不是什么。不过，看来我自己的狼丘来自100年前诞生于影子的诅咒。至于寻梦者，是啊，除了传说中的那些术，似乎没人能够解决确保所谓的离恶石像不会在欧夏肆虐。在此前，当然你也不用太过紧。我们是不是应该先去？
寻梦者，你还真是说了些特别让人伤心的话呢。
Your words
我
literally
们在
broke
狼
my
丘可还
heart.
没好好逛过呢，难道你觉得会对吧？合理。
没问题，我们总不好抛下你们，单独去寻找联络地球的方法。
咱倒是想清闲些。
不过，
We still don't have an explanation for how Helia and Coralie got here. How did he get like we got like the vaguest of explanations of how they ended
难
up
道就
on
因为
Mars?
我只是觉得别把我概括成那样。不过，既然另一颗星球是，看吧。
好了，看来的，比如说擒贼擒王，
In response to the Mars being space China thing. Oh, are you referring to like 3 kingdoms from Chinese history, or? And it shall end with the death of another group. Oh, that's ominous. When installed, the gadget is on summoning the magic circle, which deals damage to all enemies on the field and directly reduces the max HP of SP-type enemies. Okay, I guess we are all caught up with the story. Continues at... Oh, it continues tomorrow. Of course it continues tomorrow. Alright, well, I still have some other stuff I can do. Like, I got dailies. Because on top of the normal dailies, the open world event also has dailies. Don't you just love dailies, Tommy? This means more content for Saturday? I'm not streaming this game on Saturday. I'm streaming Helldivers on Saturday. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. Oh, this one looks easy at least. Okay, yeah, that was really easy. Oh boy. I wonder if any new areas have opened up. We did open up that one memory area, but I don't know. Can we go back there in the open world? Yeah, let's talk to Scudder. Yeah, I don't care. What do you want to say? This is just like the Genshin talk dailies. You just talk to an NPC, run to another NPC. And oh, never mind. Maybe we actually have to do something. Investigate. Looks like nothing's wrong. Oh, but I can actually... Wait, I can open up these 3-star chests. Now, I just need to find one of these. There we go. Yay! I can finally access all the stuff on the map. Investigate the second location. This is a pretty similar situation. I don't know what the situation is. Nothing unusual here. Okay, really? Is that why we're here? We're here just to investigate? To figure out there's nothing happening? Do you get why I've been putting off character quests in Genshin now? But that's different, Tommy. And the writing is much more interesting for the character quests in Genshin. Like, the difference between this and Farina's character quest, there is like nearly infinite gap. I know you just don't like reading, Tommy. Shooter brain. Alright, I can go hit up some of these restart chests now that have been haunting me up until now. Like, when this game's writing is really good, it's really good, but unfortunately, sometimes it's also pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, another chest. Oh, looks like there's a boss here. That's new. If you're struggling to find games to play, why don't you just try some of the popular stream games as one-off? Because they look really boring to me. Like, what kind of games are you thinking?
到此为止，你混蛋！我来打扫战场。
背后真的无私。咦！喂，看这里！我看，
I guess like most popular stream games just I don't know, just are not that interesting to me. I don't want to play something I'm gonna be bored by.
鼓作气，出发！
Off the top of your head, no idea. Well, thank you, Cole. It's very helpful. Where are we going? Has this path been opened up yet?
嘿，咻咻！
It has not. This door must be open. Oh, so I have to like come back that way. Okay.
希纳迪亚正在接近目标。
You buy games because you think it'd be good, it'd be fun to stream, and then you never stream. Okay, I have to jump for that. That's what was going on. Insufficient crystal core. Oh. I have to find another one of those things. Oh no, the small one. Is this enough? Okay, it was! Excellent.
蓄能完毕。别嘴神了，你会死的。别动！
爆！加足马力，抓过去！
You can stream Paper Mario. Again, that whole issue with me not having a Switch. Also, I just don't like platformers in general. Huh? Why is it still here? I thought I beat the boss. I'm confused. I thought the boss icon would go away once I beat it up. But apparently not. Alright, well, is there any more chests that I can open? None on the map, at least.
接下来是什么样的冒险呢？
You literally streamed the Switch game? When was that? I think I streamed a 3DS game. Pokemon. Oh wait, was Sword and Shield?
一鼓作气，出发！
Was that Switch or 3DS? No, that was 3DS. Wasn't it?
跑起来！
Ow. Fire Emblem? That was on the PC though.
前方的敌人就尽管交给我吧。
I did not download a Switch emulator to play Fire Emblem Engage. Or did I?
别看我这样，可没有
Oh
这么警惕啊！
I did play that. Never mind then. My mistake. I did have a Switch emulator for that. Oh, but also, that Switch emulator also no longer exists. That was the one that got sued by Nintendo and taken down. I wonder if I can make it through here now. Let's see.
逛街吗？还是去补觉？
It probably hasn't been unlocked yet. This kind of feels like it's one of those situations where they're only gonna unlock the rest of the stuff in the after the next update. Yeah, I feel it. That's what I'm feeling like here. No longer existed. I deleted it off my computer? Probably. But even if I didn't, the one I would have would be several versions behind the latest, quote unquote. Which, like, if I really wanted to, I probably could still get it, but like, that's just a lot of effort to play a game which I don't really have a lot of interest in to begin with. Is there anything else? I can do this. Realms of Battle. In the age of digital trans, I'm not saying I couldn't do it if I really wanted to, Cole. I'm just saying that, again, it's a lot of effort for something I'm not that interested in. For something that I'm not that, to do something that I'm not that interested in, I'm down to do it if it's not that hard to do. But getting stuff set up on an emulator is a lot of effort to play games that I don't really care to play in the first place.
出发吧，是这边吗？出发吧。
Speaking of platformers, why is this game making me just do a platformer? How am I supposed to get that one? Oh, like that, I guess. Good enough.
是这边吗？
Like, I'll be real here. There's just not that much on the Nintendo Switch that interests me. Like, if a good emulator for the PS5 existed, there's several games on the PS5 I would consider, or Xbox. Although I guess Xbox doesn't really have non-PC exclusives anymore. So I guess it's mostly just PS5 now. Yeah, there's PS5 games I would consider getting. PS5 games, yes. It actually does, Tommy. I guess... Oh, what am I doing? Ah! I messed up. I messed up my combo. That's okay. Her face is so stupid when she does that. I like Senti went from this like she was like a pretty serious and dangerous villain, and now she's just like a freaking joke all the time. One of the biggest like oops, oh, this is the wrong hole. Hang on. Do you think you'll be able to mix teams for the extra content? Huh? Wait, mix teams in what? from part 1 on 1 to... Oh, you can mix teams. Like, there's nothing outside of this, like, event content with restricted teams. You can totally mix up teams. There's absolutely nothing stopping you. It's just the new characters are meant to work with each other, generally speaking. But like, actually for the most recent Abyssa rotation, or not the most recent, but like the one before the most recent one, the optimal team was in fact Synadia and 2 of the part 1 characters. Which I think is mostly have been mostly because at that point nobody would have had the other 2 of the part 3 characters fully leveled and built. Because I think it was like, if other people were in the same situation I was in, it would have been like, it was like impossible to have fully leveled everyone's equipment at that point. Yes, Senti used to be like this psycho badass she was kind of stupid, but she was still like extremely dangerous, and now she's kind of just like, I made a super powered brick that I'm gonna hit people with. I mean, like, yeah, she's still dangerous, but she's like more of a joke now. You love your psycho goobers. Of course you would, Tommy. Unfortunately for you, she shows no interest in guys, or girls, or just romantic interest in general. She's like Drake, but with the slider more towards competent than stupid. Like, that's actually kind of the thing with Senti. Like, she acts stupid, but the game makes the storylines in which she appears, the game actually makes a point of pointing out she's actually incredibly perceptive, which is only partly due to the fact that she can read minds. Because at one point they're like, how did you figure out that? I'm like, I'm the Hersher of Sanctions. I can read minds. Oh, did you forget about that? Oh yeah, we kind of did. She's also just like generally pretty perceptive. And she's really good at reading people. That's kind of what her existence is based on. She reads minds too. Oh yeah, so her thing is like mind manipulation. Oh yeah, so cool. So this is one of those, so this is that old and new character mix I was talking about. Imagine Senti playing fighting games. I think she's kind of bad at them, from what I recall. Or at least Fuhua was bad at them. I'm not actually sure if Senti was bad at them. No, wait. No, I'm getting confused. Sushing was bad at them. And so there was this whole thing with like Sushing wandering into an arcade and like experiencing modern video games for the first time. And despite having like martial arts training from ancient times and oh come on, are you kidding me? Ugh, I just barely missed the timing window on both of those. That's awful. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Sushing she's like a super powered martial artist from ancient times, but she's just not good at the arcade fighting game. So she gets like really intense about it and starts like treating it as like a form of martial arts training. And she gets really intense about it. Oh god, that animation. Yeah, and what her line is, it's fine as long as I win. Something like that. Or yeah, it's fine as long as we win. Yeah, she's a little bit of a goober.
赫利亚抵达目标位置，出发吧。打靶时间，到此为止，各就各位，统统消失。
I gotta get closer because the character with the double pistols is actually pretty short ranged when not using her special shooting mode. Which is actually a complaint I have. It's a recurring theme with the double pistol users in this game. Like, this is a really old complaint by this point because the character's not really relevant anymore, but like one of the original like S-rank characters in this game was a double pistol user. And she counts as ranged, but the attack with which she mostly does the most damage is effectively melee. And it's like it's a spin move that is like has to be channeled. So dodging interrupts it. It's melee effectively. And you're extremely vulnerable to being knocked out of it. So it's kind of just terrible. Like, it's just kind of just awful design all around. Character's just kind of freaking useless. Which, way back in the day, he had a lot of trouble. He had some growing pains with character design. Oh, I put the wrong equipment on Senti for this. Oh well, we'll make it work. It's not. This is a pretty easy mode, anyway. So ranking the wrong equipment isn't gonna be the end of the world. Speaking of Isekai, sent Tommy something? Are you gonna show the class, Hatanashi?
务完成，去下一个地点吧。
Extreme trial physical damage. What the heck kind of team do you want me to use here? Oh, looks like they want me to use the Senti team. Let's bring you. Speaking of Isekai, what about Isekai?
由我出马，保证万无一失。来打我呀！
Okay. Yeah, after I finish this stage, I'm probably gonna call it here. I think that's pretty much all there is to do in Honkai for today. The story you've been throwing around your brain before bed recently is what if a hero character from a hero versus demon fantasy story got isekai into a magical Kamen Rider modern day world? Isn't that like sort of the magical girl part isn't there, but like kind of the plot of the devil is a part-timer? No, we're not gonna let her finish her victory line. Not today, Senti. Oh, okay, I did get all the rewards. That's fine. All good. Alright, we're all caught up in Honkai Impact. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. We'll be streaming again on Friday. The current plan is to do another round of You Laugh, You Lose with Rushi. On Friday. And then Friday and Saturday will be more Helldivers. So thank you all for tuning in. And feel free to submit me any memes or videos you think would be good for that stream. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again on Friday. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful night. Good night, everyone. Good night.